So we'll see what happens.
In your opinion, does Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson ever happen?
Of course. Why not? Why not?
That's the fight the world want to see. Anything you got you want to let the fans know to keep their eye on?
Tune in September the 14th.
Devin, he's a three-division world champion. His boxing IQ's on another level. You know, Tank is a great fighter, but I believe Shakur Stevenson beats him. I don't think we'll see that fight this year, but I do think we'll see it in 2025.
I'm the best fighter in the world, and truthfully speaking, they could say whatever they want, but it's gonna come down to a day. And it's gonna be a day where everything's gonna have to be proven and everybody has to practice.
Finally, Shakur Stevenson's and Gervonta Davis's teams, led by Leonard Ellerbe and Eddie Hearn, have reached an agreement, securing a fight between the two, set for the first quarter of 2025. This comes after several back and forths between both camps. As far as we know, Stevenson has always been eager for this fight.
The world wants to know what's next for the face of boxing, Gervonta Tank Davis.
We gonna see. He's gonna let you know.
While it was Davis's hesitation that delayed it until now, what many fans don't realize is that Stevenson recently signed with Matchroom Boxing Promotions, headed by Eddie Hearn. One of the terms of his deal was that Hearn would arrange a fight between Stevenson and Gervonta Davis. This is something neither Golden Boy Promotions, led by Oscar de la Hoya, nor Floyd Mayweather's Mayweather Promotions could deliver, as they believed such a fight wouldn't be possible in the near future.
Fight me. I think that's gonna be a big fight, and it's gonna happen.
Instead, de la Hoya offered Stevenson a fight against William Zepeda, which fell far below the level of a matchup with Davis, something Stevenson wasn't willing to settle for. However, Eddie Hearn viewed this as an achievable goal, much like he did with Edgar Berlanga. While other promoters were vying for Berlanga's signature, Hearn came forward with a promise of a dream fight against Saul Canelo Alvarez. Since Golden Boy Promotions couldn't make that happen, Berlanga eventually signed with Hearn, and true to his word,
I believe he should move on and fight Tank, but you know, a lot of people like to offer you 3-4 year deals, unless you're a prospect starting out. I feel like it's a long time to commit.
Berlanga's next fight is against Canelo Alvarez, as promised. Now, Hearn has repeated that success with Shakur Stevenson, calling out Gervonta Davis, and delivering on that promise with a confirmed fight date. This is a monumental moment for Shakur Stevenson. Within just 2 weeks of signing with Matchroom Boxing Promotions, he has already landed this major fight. This achievement could further elevate Matchroom Boxing's reputation as the world's leading boxing promotion. It's not just about having the top fighters in their stable. It's also about attracting the biggest talents in the sport.
Joe's a hell of a fighter. Zepeda is a brilliant fight. And then if he comes through those two fights, I think his profile will be in a brilliant place.
Stevenson's departure from his longtime promoter, Top Rank, occurred after he won a unanimous decision against Artem Harutyunyan in July. Stevenson declined a 5-fight, $15 million deal from Top Rank and instead entertained offers from Oscar de la Hoya and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Ultimately, he chose to sign with Eddie Hearn, who praised him as a generational talent and promised him career-defining matchups. I'm thrilled to welcome, in my opinion, a pound-for-pound great to the Matchroom team, said Hearn. At 27, Shakur Stevenson is already a 3-division world champion. He may well be unbeatable in the sport of boxing.
Success he gets, and like I said, he has a tough fight against Cordina, and then the Zepeda fight is a brilliant fight.
This young man deserves to be a global superstar, and with our support, he will secure all the big fights and receive the recognition he truly deserves. His journey begins on October 12th in Riyadh, and we can't wait to see what the future holds. After briefly announcing his retirement earlier this year, Stevenson remained patient, knowing his time would come, despite critics labeling him as a boring fighter. Now, the next chapter in the career of the 2016 Olympic silver medalist will be written under the Matchroom banner, with his advisory team led by James Prince and Josh Duke.
How good this kid is. He may be unbeatable. I know he's a pound-for-pound star. There's something about Shakur Stevenson's mentality.
Throughout his 7-year pro career, Stevenson has earned victories over notable fighters like Edwin de los Santos, Oscar Valdez, Robson Conceição, and Jamal Herring. Yet he's been seeking even bigger matchups, having previously claimed that Top Rank was holding back his career. Potential fights against names like Gervonta Davis, Vasily Lomachenko, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, and Teofimo Lopez Jr. never seemed to materialize under Top Rank, leaving it now up to Eddie Hearn to make those fights a reality.
Should be not just an American superstar, but a global superstar. I think he's edgy.
William Zepeda could be next for Stevenson if he gets past Joe Cordina. Matchroom and Stevenson are set to hold a press conference in Los Angeles next week to provide more details on their packed schedule. Stevenson now joins other American stars under Matchroom, including IBF welterweight champion Jaron Boots Ennis and WBC super flyweight champion Jesse Rodriguez.
So, I think he can move to 140. He can fight Liam Paro. He could fight Devin Haney. But right now, the focus is 130.
In the wake of signing Shakur Stevenson, Eddie Hearn has begun discussing his big plans for the WBC lightweight champion. Stevenson will defend his title against Joe Cordina in Riyadh on October 12th, but Hearn has even bigger matchups in mind for the Newark native. For me, the plan is Joe Cordina, then William Zepeda, and finally Gervonta Davis, Hearn revealed during an interview on Matchroom Boxing's YouTube channel. Once we've completed our work over the next 6 months, Davis versus Stevenson will be the biggest fight in the sport. But we're not chasing Tank, we're chasing greatness. That greatness happens to come with Tank, who is an incredible fighter. Hearn expects Davis and Stevenson to agree on a lightweight unification fight, especially after negotiations with Lomachenko fell through. Hearn has been battling the world's top promoters to secure Stevenson after he became a free agent following his departure from Top Rank. While Davis had initially been linked to a fight with Lomachenko, the Ukrainian pulled out of negotiations, leaving Davis Stevenson as a highly desirable alternative. Hearn pointed out that timing is key. I wouldn't be shocked if we see Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson because circumstances and timing are everything, Hearn said during an interview with IFL TV. Earlier this month, Kenny Ellis, Gervonta Davis's co-trainer, suggested that Lomachenko had stepped aside to allow Davis to face Stevenson, provided that Lomachenko gets a shot at the winner in 2025. Stevenson's recent unanimous decision victory over Artem Harutyunyan received boos from the crowd, but Stevenson defended his performance, stating it's difficult to shine when the opponent isn't engaging. While some fans may question whether Stevenson brings enough financial reward to lure Davis into the fight, there's no denying that a showdown between the two would be one of boxing's biggest events. As for Lomachenko, the 36-year-old rolled back the years in May, becoming the first man to stop George Kambosos Jr. if Davis were to defeat Stevenson. He would become an even more marketable opponent for Lomachenko. On the other hand, if Stevenson wins, Lomachenko would have the chance to avenge his loss in a much bigger rematch. Stevenson recently rejected a $15 million deal from Top Rank, making him a free agent, while Davis had been negotiating a fight with Lomachenko. If those talks fall through, Stevenson versus Davis might happen sooner than expected. That's all for now. For the best updates on boxing news, events, and action, stay connected by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Make sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss any high-quality content like this. Until next time, peace out.